Happy Monday, y'all. We are going live in just 2 minutes. Smash a like. Boom, shakalaka. Cool. I was muted for a very long time. I had such a good intro there too. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm Crypto Kip. Man, I just had a great spiel. We got a lot of breaking news today, and Bitcoin is slipping down. This is a huge week for the crypto markets, my friend. This is a huge week for the crypto markets. The Fed rate cut is going to be a deciding factor for which direction we move next. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section and in the chat. I've got a pinned poll, and I want to hear what your answers are right now and what you guys think is coming up. Are we going to pump or are we going to dump after this rate cut? Now, there are two reasons that I believe that Bitcoin's coming down today. One is the anticipation for this Fed rate cut. As I put out my Bitcoin video yesterday, we don't do a lot of just solely Bitcoin videos out there. Can you guys hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. We don't do a lot of sole Bitcoin videos for my regular videos. Obviously, I like to do a lot of Bitcoin live streams. I think that's the best way to do the live streams, and we'll talk about some altcoins in those live streams. But the crypto report meant for just general crypto updates, and there's no better update you can get by getting a Bitcoin update. Now, in my video yesterday, which again is a rare Bitcoin only video, just for a regular video, I talked about how there could potentially be a big crash, and there could be. If a couple key things happen with the Fed rate cut. But honestly, as the day is going on, as the news is coming out, it's looking more bullish. Now, again, there's two reasons I think we're coming down today. One is the anticipation, the fear for this Fed rate cut. And two is the crazy news that happened, again, for the second time over the weekend with the attempt. And you know what I'm talking about. And I'm skittish to talk about it because this is the world we live in with, you know, monitoring of what we say and all these different things. So we're going to jump right past it. But anywho, the biggest piece of news for the crypto markets is the Fed rate cut. So a lot of other big stories that I want to share with you guys in this video. So again, welcome back. Welcome back. Go ahead and put out your vote of whether you think Bitcoin will pump or dump after these rate cuts, and let us jump in to this stream and get going. And shout out to all y'all in the chat. Those of you guys that are aware, we do have a baby coming. I've got a baby coming tomorrow probably, so I'm gonna be a dad in the next 24 to 48 hours, likely probably 48 hours, and that's pretty mind-blowing. So I guess smash the like for that as well. I've got our crypto report Twitter, by the way. If you guys are just hopping in, go ahead, go over to our Twitter, twitterly diddly do, and check out, give us a follow first of all, and then retweet the live stream. Go ahead and we only got one retweet, and that's me. I think we can do better than one retweet on that tweet for the live stream. Let's get some more folks in here because we got a lot to talk about. So today, the fear and greed index is low, and it has been for a while. So there is no yes, you can hear you now. Long time no see. Hey, Joe King, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Good to see you. Thanks, Hatrizzi. Thanks, BSS. How we doing, guys? Mr. Planet Profit. A lot of love in the chat. Feeling it, guys. Thank you. So is Mrs. Crypto Kip. But today, Bitcoin is down. Yes, it's down 4%. Again, two reasons. One is the anticipation for the Fed rate cut this week. And two is the news over, yes, the attempt over the weekend, which we're not going to focus on because, again, I'm scared. So, sad. Looking at these charts, looking at what's going on right now, we are down. I'm not surprised. What is going on with the altcoins? Not a lot of movers today to the upside. In fact, quite a bit dipping. Altcoins getting one more move to the downside. Again, yesterday in my video, I talked about how we could be scared of a dump for Bitcoin with this Fed rate cut. There's a real world where that could happen, and we're going to kind of get into that. So again, not like a couple discounts today. Nothing's really moving up. We still got some big gainers over the last 7 days, but we do have a couple that have turned around in the wrong direction just because, again, Bitcoin being down 5% today is a big deal. We were in the green at some point here in the month of September, which is very cool. But we are back into the red today because of this anticipation. Justin, just YouTube it or Google it. You'll figure it out, brother. But September historically is going to be red. I think that maybe at the end of this month, maybe even after this Fed rate cut, we could pump. So we've been talking about a 0.25% rate cut for a while and a half a point, but out of nowhere, we're talking about a 0.75% rate cut. This happens every time where there's like a variety of opinions. I'm not going to sit out here and expect a 0.75% rate cut. Some people are calling for it. We'll talk about that, but don't expect that. I don't love that we're seeing that because now if people are starting to expect that, then it could turn the half a basis point cut into something not as bullish as it was originally. I think if a half a point cut comes, it should be pretty darn bullish for the markets. And the odds are flipping in a very favorable way towards that being a very real possibility. But regardless of how September plays out in this Fed rate cut, a Fed rate cut is a good thing. And we want more of them. And going into October and November, which you guys already know are typically bullish months for Bitcoin on average, we're in a pretty great spot. So looking at this fear and greed index today, we look at it like this a lot. I want to share with you guys this version of the crypto fear and greed index. Now, if you want to look at this for yourself, go to coinglass.com, and there's so many great different technical indicators on here and different charts to peek at. But I want to focus in on this one. And so what you're going to see here is with the fear and greed index, historically, and the blue, okay, so this blue is the fear and greed index, which just to kind of make sense of it for you guys, if it's in extreme greed, the fear and greed index is up here, right? This is, as you can see, the meter is, this is 90. The blue lines, this is 90, right? This is extreme greed. If you look here, this is down into the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. You know, this is fear. This is fear or neutral. Extreme fear was back here. Extreme fear. And same thing after the FTX collapse, we had extreme fear. And even into, you know, turn of 2023, we're still in these, you know, fearful levels. And we are right there right now. So what is the purpose of me sharing these fear and greed index levels with you guys? Well, historically, if you were buying in these valleys where this blue colors are low, right? Where we're seeing the fear and greed index in the 40s to the 20s, down in these ranges, historically speaking, those are the best times to buy. Not up here, not when the blue lines are way high, but historically speaking, these dips right here, these are incredible buying opportunities, and that's data. That's data. So that's one way to make sense of this. And of course, the yellow line is the Bitcoin price. And so you can see as it obviously gets higher, the fear and greed index goes more greedy. As it gets lower, we get more fearful. Buy low, sell high. It's as simple as that, my friends. It's quite simple at the end of the day. So please remember, buy low, sell high. Couple big stories, obviously. This is why we're slipping. Everybody's focused on this according, to everybody. I mean, like, this is just what it is. Bitcoin slips to 58K, and in fact, now it's lower. What are we at right now? Bitcoin's at 57, so slip below 58K, waiting for this rate cut. And the conversation, again, is halfway between 25 basis points, 50 basis points. Well, here's the interesting thing, guys. Look at the odds now. All of a sudden, as of this morning, we're talking about a 61% chance of a half a point. That's good news. That's good news. But people are fearful because here's the problem with people anticipating the half a point. Because now, and this is kind of what I predicted to happen, if people are set on a half a point rate cut and we only get 0.25%, people are going to be disappointed. And that is probably the thing that would cause Bitcoin to touch back down to 52K. As I said in my video last night, it's just the odds changed overnight. So the conversation's still ongoing. We could kind of put a whole, plug in the bottom of the boat here and kind of stop the leak potentially. Going into the next couple days is maybe people get hyped again now that this half a point's coming, so we come back up. I'm going to guess going into this rate cut, we're going to be somewhere around 64, 65. I think we pump into this because people are getting pretty hyped up. As you can see, just with the odds changing, the odds are changing. What's very, very interesting as well is U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, who everybody in crypto loves, right, guys? Calls for a 0.75% rate cut by the Fed this week. Sarcasm's, sarcasm. But she's not being sarcastic. I was. But a 0.75% rate cut, there's no chance of that according to the CME Fed Watch tool. So just like that's not going to happen. What I don't like about that happening is this kind of sets us up for, okay, we didn't get a 0.75, we didn't get a 0.5, and we only get a 0.25. People are going to be disappointed. Elizabeth Warren will be screaming from a rooftop about it. People in crypto, people in the traditional market will be screaming from a rooftop that we didn't get a half a point. Everybody will be screaming from the rooftop, and Bitcoin's likely going to dip down to 52K if we get a 0.25% rate cut. I think, which doesn't make any sense to me on the surface of it, because just it makes sense because markets are too emotional, but it doesn't make sense because any kind of rate cut's good. It's a move in the right direction, and honestly, maybe a half a point or 0.75% would put us towards hyperinflation risk, which you don't want to see. So steady and easy goes it, I think, is maybe the way to go. But interesting to kind of see this story coming out today. But we are seeing the odds increase, from the CME Fed Watch tool and U.S. interest rate futures. Odds are changing as well from a supersized Fed rate cut move. Now, is there any mention in this one? There is no mention in this one of a 0.75% rate cut. In this article, they're alluding to a half a point as a supersized Fed move. I think it is too, but I just don't love seeing 0.75 being thrown out there. So again, tomorrow we can expect a 0.5% rate cut cautiously, but knowing that if a 0.25% rate cut comes, it could potentially cause a dip down to just our support for Bitcoin, which is really at about that $52,000 price level. And of course, your altcoins are going to follow in suit with Bitcoin at that, here. And Good thing is the total market cap has been bouncing lately. Let's see, is this chart updated right now? No, I'd have to refresh the chart. I'll have to fix that chart for you guys. Give me 1 sec. Let's fix it. Save and close. Fix the chart. Pull it back up. Boom. You got to pull up that total market cap chart. But yeah, it is still up in this range, just perfectly following Bitcoin. Total market cap and Bitcoin are the same chart. Bitcoin's 50% of the entire market, so these charts are going to be the same. You want an altcoin pump? Let's get a 0.5 point rate cut. We could even, by the way, we could even get a dip on a 0.5% rate cut because markets are weird and stupid sometimes and highly emotional, and obviously there's still a lot of fear. So scoop up the dips if they come, guys. Scoop up the dips if they do come. But things are looking pretty good. I think we get a pump. Personally, I think we get a pump, but I'm cautiously optimistic, which is why I put out a video yesterday about sell the news event. The sell the news event is a reality, whether it's a 0.5% rate cut or a 0.25%, but likely we can expect a 0.5 point at this point, and disappointment if we don't get that. Here's some other news for you guys. Very interesting. I saw Black Sea tweeted about this earlier. I don't need this video. I don't care about this video file, but former Binance CEO, 4 months ago, I think it was 4 months ago. Yeah. Began his prison sentence in California. Maybe a little less than that. I don't want to do a bunch of math right now. But here's some breaking news. In just 13 days, CZ, one of the co-founders, leader, CEO of Binance, one of the richest crypto guys in the world, is getting out of jail. Not a terrible prison sentence for that guy. Not a terrible prison sentence for him. He served his time. Could there be a pump on CZ getting out of jail? Do you guys like CZ getting out of jail? I'm curious what your thoughts are. Just as curious as, by the way, do you guys think that Bitcoin's going to pump or dump after the rate cuts? Please go ahead and throw a vote in the chat. I want to get your feedback on that. I'm curious where your minds are at. And hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I like that CZ's getting out of jail. I like that he's getting out of jail. However, this story came out this week too. Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers are now claiming an appeal that he was judged too quickly. Now, I will give him this. He was judged rather quickly, and that is all I'm going to give him, because you, my friend, Sam Bankman-Fried, bribed Congress. Literally bribed Congress. You, my friend, stole billions of dollars from customers, from investors, and you're guilty, dude. Stay in prison, man. Stay in prison. They still haven't paid everybody back. How could he get out of jail? He does look very evil in this photo, by the way. But they're claiming that it was a rushed judgment by a public wrongly believed he was guilty of stealing billions of dollars from his customers, investors, even before he was... Look, you did it, Sam Bankman-Fried. You did it. Man, this guy has a couple years yet, at least, to stay in jail. Kip is in CZ's base. I'm going to let him out of my basement 13 days. CZ. Sam Bankman-Fried, he's in Quantico, I hope. Maybe that's harsh. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like this story. I don't like the way this played out. What CZ did is much different than what Sam Bankman-Fried did. Sam Bankman-Fried defrauded his customers. CZ upset the political landscape on the global scale and sanctions and yada yada, which is not great. Everybody's got an opinion on that. It's not good. There's their own problems. I'm not saying CZ was innocent. Clearly, he wasn't. He went to jail. But he did his time. And I would argue that Sam Bankman-Fried still has a ton more time to do. Now, if you guys are wondering why Bitcoin held on this strong, even though the fear was so bad, it's because we are a very well-established market at this point. So much to the point that BlackRock, one of the largest asset managers in the world, and the other Bitcoin ETF providers are they're what protected us from giant dips breaking below $40,000. And I think those days are behind us at this point. I do. Probably never going to see a $40,000 Bitcoin again, like 4-0. I don't think. Could we wick down past 52, maybe into the high 48, 49 range? Maybe with the rate cuts, we'll see. Which again doesn't make sense to me. I think the rate cuts are bullish personally. 0.52%, 0.5%, or 0.25%, regardless. But BlackRock and these Bitcoin ETFs, guys, they've been accumulating like crazy. And this is possibly something to consider going forward. You know, over time, we've been talking for a very long time about how crypto is going to be less volatile. And this is part of the reason, because as this big money comes in, it's not like they're paper handing this stuff. They're accumulating steadily over time. They're putting it into their programs as a investment strategy. This isn't a pump and dump institution. This is a putting a percentage of your net worth into this over time, hedging inflation by buying gold, hedging inflation by buying Bitcoin. And that's what these companies are doing, and that's what their customers are doing. So if you're wondering why we've been holding up in this level so long and why it's been so boring, it could have been more exciting, but maybe you are rooting for it. If it was more exciting, what would have happened is we would have dipped lower. But it's been relatively boring, which is a good thing, arguably, unless you wanted to buy it at more of a discount. Still got a great discount. Bitcoin's still way down from its previous highs, guys. Just please remember, right now, if you're buying Bitcoin today, you are still getting a beautiful 38% discount. We are 38% away from the previous all-time highs that we had not even, when was it? Probably 200 days ago at this point. 188 days ago, give or take. It's pretty impressive that Bitcoin's held up, and these institutions are the reason. I've been tracking some of the memes lately, memes on Cronos. Some of them are having a little recovery. Let's see if the pump can continue. The weekly candles are looking pretty decent for Mystery Mary token. I know a lot of people in Cronos like Crow with Knife as well. Hopefully that one can come back too. It looked nice. Maybe it's going to get a bounce off the top of this trend line. It looked like it was trying to break out of a wedge. Hopefully, Corgi AI was pumping for Cronos. This is the largest meme that Cronos has ever seen. Still at a $286 million market cap. I told you guys you could see some resistance right around this hump at this 0.0011 level. That's exactly what we saw. We didn't even quite get there. We need Bitcoin to pump to see your memes pump. And as for other meme ecosystems that I'm a big fan of, and other coins and ecosystems I'm a fan of, I like Stacks a lot. You guys know that by now. Stacks right now at $1.49. If you look at the Stacks token price. Oh, there it is. There it is. Stacks down today. Still a whopping 158% discount from its previous highs. What an incredible buying opportunity this is. This coin is going to go to new all-time highs in my humble opinion, as well as the first dog meme token ever built on the Bitcoin side of things, Welsh, which is actually getting a huge retracement today. Still a whopping 10x basically away from its previous highs. Is that the proper chart for Welsh? Is this getting such a big dip today? Oh, no. Hold up. Let's update this chart. That's not proper. That's not proper. Yeah, looks like it is. Looks like it is. Yep, whopping 10x away from its previous highs, guys. Still having trouble breaking through this trend line, but it kind of did. It kind of did. Maybe it could bounce off, 0.0012. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it just keeps going at this point. I'm just ready for it to explode. But every single coin you love, guys, it banks on Bitcoin. Do me a favor, guys, if you guys are hopping in, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, at least tap that like button. If you want to subscribe, you'll get updates for all our content, especially if you hit the notification bell. Drago says Stacks will blow your mind on the bull run, mark my word. I agree with you, my friend Dragos, and there's good reason for that. Now, I tweeted a little bit about it earlier today, and it's this. I said Stacks is going to make so many millionaires, it's stupid. I do think that's the case. Munib, who is one of the co-founders, Boom Shakalaka, John 3:16, one of the co-founders of Stacks, the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin and DeFi on Bitcoin, gave an update September 16th. That's today. Talking signer handoff from cycle 92 to 93 successful. Core devs plan to pick excavation block this week. 60% of signing power successfully signing on mainnet. We need more Anon signers to upgrade to cross the 70% mark. If you know Stacks holders who are stacking but not running the latest version of a signer, please spread the word. So Nakamoto is loading. The Nakamoto upgrade, for those of you guys that don't know what this is, the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin DeFi Stacks, the biggest really Bitcoin related chain, layer 2 chain out there. It's getting an upgrade. Transactions are going from 10 minutes down to under 4 seconds, and we are getting close. We are probably a week or two away They're planning to pick the activation block this week, so we got to stay posted on this. There's not an exact deadline on this yet, but we know that the upgrade has begun and it's in progress. So Nakamoto's still loading, and I think at that point, those Stacks tokens in this ecosystem are probably just going to absolutely explode. Stacks is probably going to explode. Welsh is probably going to explode again. Veller token, Alex Labs token probably going to explode. A lot of these silly little memes on here that some of them are up over the last 30 days, 7 days. These are probably going to explode. Not all of them. Memes are memes. Extremely risky. Please do your research, my friends, and do me a favor. Give Black Sea and myself a follow. You can follow him right here, and I think it's pinned in the description of this video. Follow us both on Twitter if you haven't done so already. You can find him at 333 Black Sea, and follow myself at CryptoKip Tweets, wherever that's my be. Boom, CryptoKip Tweets. Give us a follow, as well as on the Crypto Report page. If you guys want to leverage trade and take advantage of the volatility with this upcoming Fed rate cut tomorrow, nobody retweeted the stream. Come on, guys, you gotta retweet. Gotta retweet the streams, y'all. Oh, maybe you did. Maybe let me refresh the page. Maybe I had too little faith. Okay, we got a couple retweets. We could still do more. Wait, how am I not following my own account? Wow. See, I wasn't even following, so I forgive you if you weren't following us yet. I wasn't even following us. And we do have this giveaway that I owe you. I have this lion. I'm giving it away. I don't want this lion. I want to give it to you guys. It's probably worth about 500 bucks. So let me get through this baby delivery tomorrow or the next day, and then we can circle back to this giveaway. I owe you guys this lion. The community has done incredible in providing support. We're at 25,000 subscribers. Guys, we tweeted this out in December 26th of 2022. Almost 2 years ago. A year and a half ago, guys. We tweeted this out thinking, wow, I wonder when we're going to get to 25K subscribers. A year and a half later, here we are. Big thank you to all you guys out there for supporting the channel. Now, let's do a little bit of a Q&A. My friends, fam, how we doing, guys? I've been rocking Nespresso lately. Whoo, doggy. That stuff is strong. It is strong. So anyway, let me change the tune. There it is. That's the vibe. All right, so Pepe, how's Pepe doing today? Boom, Pepe's coming down. Everything's slipping. Everything's slipping. Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared, but you know what it means, guys. You know we got some discounts right now. I'm down to do some Q&A. Last dip before the rip says Bonifacio Contreras, my friend. Okay, here we go. Bonifacio. Okay, here we go. So, last dip before the rip? Maybe. That was my best Al Pacino. I hope you enjoyed it. Boom. Boom. Shakalaka. It's my Christopher Walken. You never know what you're going to get. But you're going to get a lot of Christopher Walken. Less Al Pacino out of me. We got the Jasmine Army in the chat. John316's got an 8K dry powder investment coming on Wednesday. He said he's buying some Jasmine and Crow, I think he said. What are you guys buying out there right now? I'm buying a lot of stacks. I'm focused on stacks. I got a ton in the Cronos ecosystem already. I do have a ton in the stacks ecosystem as well, but you know, increasingly so, I'm more and more bullish on stacks over Cronos. I'll tell you the truth, really, because it's just a bigger narrative. It's Bitcoin DeFi, baby. But I'm still extremely bullish on Cronos. I think I can go to $2 to $5. I just think that stacks can go to $50. Which honestly, those are about the same gains. Those are about the same gains. But I just think like maybe the memes and the altcoins within the stacks ecosystem are going to be a bigger deal. Just because Bitcoin's a $1 trillion economy, it's a $1 trillion asset, and Cronos, as lovely as it is, and as crypto.com lovely as it is, you know, Bitcoin's got a $1 trillion market cap behind it. Cronos coins got like a 3 or 4 billion, maybe a $2 billion market cap behind it. So the BRC20s could be huge. Could be huge. Coin Baron is buying a bit of Moon for the ERC 404 narrative. Is that the Moon from Alex Labs? Or not Alex Labs. The Moon from the founder, Alex, the Wolf Swap guy. Hopefully that one goes well. I think that's more of a Cronos thing, right? Or am I off there, Coin Baron? Shout out to you, brother. How you doing? Bullish on Avalanche lately, says Crypto Keeper. I'm bullish on Avalanche too, brother. Let's see what we got going on for AVAX today. I'll just pull it up instead of the Avalanche. Avalanche. Man, Avalanche is cheap right now. Look at it. Look at it. This is like buying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Avalanche is at its lows, guys. Avalanche is at its lows. This is a steal. This is a steal. I think Avalanche is going to be hot too. It was like neck and neck in terms of hype with Solana. Maybe not neck and neck, but Solana was popping, and the next chain out of everybody's mouth for a period of time was Avalanche, and the fact that it's this low right now is crazy. It's crazy. I'm extremely bullish on Solana, by the way. I mean, that's just obvious. If you don't know that Solana is going to rip, then you're not paying attention to the hottest community out there. That's definitely the most popular chain in all of crypto is Solana for DeFi, for meme coin gambling, for all that fun stuff. Obviously, Ethereum's got a bigger market cap, more TVL, and so does Binance, but Solana is just way more vocal. Twitter and Solana go together like spaghetti and a meatball. So be ready for that too. Be ready for that too. It's Wade says, if you had to choose between Sui and Solana, what would you pick? I'd pick Solana because I know that it's going to do well. And Sui is a little bit of a wild card, though I do believe that because it's a lower market cap, it does have more upward potential. Because you got Solana at a $60 billion market cap. So for it to 2x, you need $60 billion to pour into it. And for Sui, if you want Sui to 2x, all you need is $3 billion to flow into it. So maybe, gains-wise, I think Sui is a more gain potential at this point because it's got more chance for multiple X's considering how low its market cap is. But Solana is definitely going to pump, and you can't 100% say that Sui is going to pump, though you kind of can. You kind of can. So it just depends. If you're going for a higher risk, higher reward play, Sui. If you're going to make sure that you get, good return on your investment, like for sure, you probably pick Solana. It's kind of the way I think about it. And it's okay to do both. Carlito Figueroa, you still got a big bag of Crow? I do have a big bag of Crow. Not as big as it once was because I actually moved it like a degenerate into a bunch of these memes. Really, it's only in Mary, actually. And then I got some Cronos tokens still, but I think that when Cronos pumps, Mary's going to pump. I think Mary's going to get an exchange listing. When I do take profit out of Mary, I'm going to take profit back into Cronos more. And then into some other ecosystems as well. And maybe even to some other Cronos memes. Potentially if Cronos meme season comes back in full force. And I do think that it will. Drago's asking, did you buy a Z-Back as I told you last time? I have not. I have not. It's just too... It's too off the radar. I just don't think it's a big narrative. I've looked at it. It's not Solana. It's not Avalanche. It's not Cronos. It's not Stacks. It's not, it's its own smaller deal. I just think you can't dilute your portfolio too much. And for me, that one's not going to make the cut. But for you, if you believe in it, hey, I love it. Doing your own research, picking your own ones you believe in, I support it 1,000%. As long as we're buying low, we're selling high, we're taking profits. Make that money, brother. Make the cheddar. Make the cheddar. Bring home the bacon, Dragos. Bring home the bacon. Crypto Keeper packed his bags of Solana at $10. Wow. Coin Baron, Solana phone for the win. Can't wait to get my Solana phone. I pre-ordered the Solana phone too. It paid for itself with airdrops. That was pretty cool. Mr. P says, you bullish on Danny, Family Guy Web3? Bullish on the founder. I don't know. I don't know anything about the coin, but definitely a strong community, it seems. Maybe I'm in an echo chamber, but I've seen people talk about it. I've just never really looked into it. Carlito's asking, are we going down back to... Let's try that again. Carlito asks, are we coming back down to 53K BTC? I think we could. Mario says, Jasmine and Cronos, baby. You and John 316. Looking similar in that portfolio, Mario. I do like those coins, let me tell you. Today, we're dipping. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow? 2 days. I think it's Wednesday is the Fed rate cut. So get ready, guys. It's Wade says, where do you think the price of Mary is going to go in the short term? Good question. Johnny Sevenfold, the stacks bowl, just like me. In the short term, we're facing resistance. It's hard to say right now. In the short term, we are facing resistance. So let's go. Let's look at the daily candles. Hopefully we sustain this pump. I mean, if we're coming back down, we could come back down to, you know, just under. We could drop a 0 again for a second if we come down. However, I still kind of lean bullish. I do think an exchange listing could be coming sooner rather than later. This is all speculation based on evidence that I've laid out for you guys for a while. But all speculation, not financial. Nothing I do is financial advice. You should know that by now. But I mean, you're going to find some resistance, obviously, this recent peak. You're going to find some resistance up at these peaks. So 4027 is going to be a struggle, potentially. We've had beautiful trajectory here. Not surprised to see that we're kind of floating right. There's, you know, kind of a floor right here. We've kind of broken up above, come back down below, danced around it a little bit. So we are kind of right on that plane. So I'm not very surprised to see that. So we can kind of trade in this area for a little while. If we're coming down, we're dropping a 0 slightly. If we're pumping up, we're probably going to get up to 2.7, maybe find some resistance, or hopefully just break through. Definitely more resistance up at this 403 level. But we'll see. Very low market cap. Very speculative. Very, very speculative. But I know a lot of people love it. I do too. We'll see how it goes. Drago says Jupiter, I think, is very bullish. Jupiter's extremely bullish, my friend. Jupiter. Why is Jupiter bullish? Jupiter is bullish because if you go to the chains in DeFi and you look that Solana is the 3rd biggest chain out there, and if you look at Solana and know that Jupiter is the big swap, it is the #1 swap DApp. Finally figured it out. Jupiter is the #1 swap DEX DApp with $1 billion in locked up TVL. The coin associated with it is going to pump, likely, when Solana rips. The projects on Solana will likely rip. Right now, Jupiter. Where is Jupiter? Rank number 62. That is arguably way too cheap. Not even a $1 billion market cap. And $1 billion in TVL, not even $1 billion market cap. Let's look at Uniswap, which is a $3.7 billion market cap. $3.7 billion market cap for Uniswap, which is the largest DEX on Ethereum, for those of you guys that don't know that. And if you look at the chains, and for Ethereum, looking at Uniswap, there is $3.5 billion in Uniswap. So the TVL and the market cap for Solana are pretty close. The market cap is bigger for Uniswap than it is for the TVL. And the market cap for Jupiter is smaller than the TVL in Jupiter. So as Solana gets more popular, as more money flows into Jupiter, then it's likely going to, TVL will climb, and then the price will likely climb. More utility, more people will use it. Yeah, Black Sea bought a ton of Jupiter. And I think he's going to make a ton of money on it. Bought most of it, I think, below $1 too, which is awesome, which is a great price. So 61% of you guys believe that we're going to pump after the Fed rate cuts. 39% of you guys believe that we are going to dump. I lean towards pump. However, I'm cautiously optimistic, knowing that if the market's disappointed with a 0.25% rate cut, we could dump down to 52K. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please let me know in the comments down below. That is all I have for you guys in this live stream. Tomorrow, I'll have one more live stream for you guys before I take a couple days off with some pre-recorded videos that are ready to go with my 2025 price predictions on a couple great coins, Bitcoin being one of them. Stay tuned to find out what the rest are. I'm going to have a baby soon. It's crazy, man. Totally crazy. Couldn't be more excited. Couldn't be more scared. Throw any suggestions you guys have in the chat down below. Boom shakalaka. Until next time, guys, I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. Do your own research. If you want to trade crypto, sign up for Blowfin using our affiliate link pinned in the comment section. Also in the description for you guys down below. Free money when you sign up and deposit some money. Please be careful with leverage. Great tool, great risk. That's all I got, guys. Till next time, peace, y'all. See you in the next one.